Hello everyone. Today, instead of discussing music, I will change it up a little, and I'm going to be showing you and doing a strip of an AR7. This is made by Henry. It's called the Henry Survival Rifle. Originally intended for downed pilots, military pilots, and it would float. And they throw it in the survival kits. Be perfect for that situation nowadays. It's perfect for your survival kit. Anyone that is a prepper, and anyone that's a prepper that does not have this gun is doing themselves a big injustice. This is the perfect gun for a survival situation. All right, I go on forums a lot of the times, and a lot of guys they try to think like Rambo, okay? And we'll get into a discussion and they say, oh, what do you think is the perfect survival gun? Well, I'm going to bring my AR-15 with 500 rounds with me into the woods with my bug-out bag that also weighs 30 pounds, 40 pounds. And I'm going to bring that AR-15 with 500 rounds of ammo. And, oh, wow, really, buddy? You're going to do that? They fail to realize that most game that you eat in a survival situation is going to be on the small kind. Alright, and for survival situations in most terrain, a 22 is the perfect gun for you. Where I live in the Republic of Massachusetts, there isn't too much big game around here. The largest is a deer. If I go up north a little bit, I get some bear. But where I live, small game rules. Okay, so I will be eating a smaller caliber rifle. This 22 works great. A lot of people say the AR-7 is junk. I'm here to tell you right now, it is not. At least not the newer ones, made by Henry. These will cycle 110% reliably with good ammunition. CCI 100%. Federal bulk, don't do it. I mean, it'll still cycle 70, 80%, 90%, but you will get, jams. It's just, it's still not bad. I mean, even if you want to go out, you want to be cheap, and you want to buy junk bulk ammo, you can buy that. It's the first shot. It's that one shot that counts anyway. This isn't like you're going to war with this friggin' thing, okay? Its intended purpose is a survival gun. All right. So it floats, as I said before. Is it watertight? Probably not. But if you dropped it in the water real quick and pulled it out, this gun will probably not get any water inside of it, which is better than any other gun, because any other gun will just be soaked in water, and then you could have some rusting problems or whatever in a survival situation. It isn't like you can have oil on you. So to go clean it up, everything stores in the buttstock. Pull everything out of here. Comes with 2 magazines. They're 8 rounds. Perfect for a survival gun. And there's the barrel. I'm going to show you something right now with the barrel. Now, to keep the weight down, Henry, to make the AR7 light as as possible, they line the barrel with steel instead of making the whole barrel steel. This is some composite material or whatever on the outside, but the inside's lined with steel. Not bad. It's very accurate. So, I mean, for what it is, it is. I mean, I can nail cans out at 50 yards with this thing all freaking day long. I'm no marksman either, but I'm guessing that barrel will last you at least 10,000 rounds at the very least, and hold its accuracy, maybe 15, 20,000. Overall, this barrel will last you longer than you would ever need, many more rounds than you would ever put through this for what its intended purposes. It's not really a plinking gun. If you want a plinking gun, go out buy a Marlin 795. Awesome friggin' gun. Or Ruger 1022 if you want to burn a few $100s on making it look cool. Because everyone loves the tactical their 22 rifle. Let me put it together. Well, let's do a safety check actually. Just so you show, I don't keep any of my guns loaded. There's nothing in the magazines. Pull the bolt back. And put it together real quick. Now this gun requires no tools, which is great, you know. So it sits back, screw it in there, we go. Okay, we'll put the barrel on. Everything screws together with no tools. That's a huge plus, because if you don't like carrying a screwdriver around with you, or if, you know, your survival knife or whatever, you know, doesn't have a screwdriver attachment on or whatever, or you just want to carry one less tool, this is perfect, you know. See, I didn't even, yeah. That was my fault. See, I don't do shit for the camera very often. I thought I screwed it in. I didn't. There. There you go. Everything's screwed in. Put a magazine in there. If you want to take it out, there's a little button in here you press. At first, when you buy this gun, mine was, the bolt was a little hard to pull back. Now it's real easy. Comes right back, no problem. That's it, actually. It's very light, 2.5 pounds. If you want to pack 100 rounds of ammunition on it, it might weigh 3 pounds total. What other gun can you say that about? None. Now, field stripping. Another extremely easy thing about this gun. Let's unscrew the barrel, take this gun apart, do this as fast as possible. Alright. There. Alright. Take your finger. Put it. Wow, baby. Put it inside. Push the bolt back with your push your finger back into the bolt and make it go back. And just tug on the bolt handle. The charging handle here. Now I think there's a sweet spot you gotta hit, so just kind of move it around a little and just keep pulling, and it will come out. Some people I've noticed can pull it out no friggin' problem, but it's the only difficult part with this friggin' gun is pulling out the bolt handle. Yeah. Sometimes I get it out in like 2 seconds, sometimes it takes me like freaking 30. Anyway, bolt comes right out. Got some springs attached to it, and we got some, we've got the follower, or whatever this thing is called. If you look here, they didn't used to make those with that opening right there. Back in the day, it was actually closed up, and Henry fixed that problem, I believe. And these are all, this is kind of newer right here. If you call Henry up and you have one of these guns and your follower doesn't look like this, you can call them up and they'll send you one. And I guess back in the day before they had these, it was a real pain in the ass to friggin' take that out. So there you go, it's done. It's field stripped, no tools needed. I can run a brush down there, clean that up. We'll put it back together. Extremely simple. Here's how I do it. I will put the springs on here. You want to make sure the follower, the opening is down on it. Okay. And we will put the bolt back on it. I want to make sure that part of the bolt is facing downwards along with that. And tilt it up. And just place it in like so. And that's it. Very simple. Can't think of really an easier gun to do this to. It's done. It's put back together. I wish Yeah, you know what I was about to say? I wish the bolt came out as easy as it came out, but that probably wouldn't be a good thing now, wouldn't it? So it's probably good that it actually is a little bit of a pain in the ass to tug out like that. But yeah, it's, there you go. Henry Survival Rifle, AR7. Do yourself a favor, go get one. If you ever need a, I'm trying to do this all in the point of view of the camera, so that's why I'm messing up on putting stuff in here. If you ever need a shit hits the fan gun or a backpacking gun, this is the perfect gun for any survival situation, in my opinion. 22s weigh very little. This 22 weighs even less. Can't beat that. Ammunition weighs very little. Perfect pack gun. You can look at my videos if you like metal. You know, I got some of my music on there from my band Necris, and some of the older stuff from Blighted Touch, and I got a few other, you know, screaming videos and stuff like that if you're into that kind of thing. But AR7, pick one up, good gun, 100% reliable with good ammo. Cheap ammo, not so much, but even with cheap ammo, it will still work and keep you fed. And being fed is a pretty high priority in a survival situation. This will do it for you. Thank you.